There's a rhetorical move that NMN proponents make frequently and effectively. They point out that niacin requires much higher doses than NMN to achieve NAD plus effects, and present this as evidence of niacin's inferiority. The implicit logic is that if you need a lot of something, it must not be working very well. This framing, borrowed from intuitive but incorrect thinking about potency, deserves to be challenged directly. Because it has things exactly backwards. Niacin's therapeutic dose range runs from 500 milligrams to 3 g daily, depending on the indication. NMN is typically dosed at 250 to 500 milligrams. Critics frame niacin's higher dosing requirement as a weakness. You need more because each unit is doing less. The opposite interpretation is better supported by the actual science. Higher established doses mean that researchers have characterized the dose-response curve across a wide therapeutic window. They know what 500 milligrams does. They know what 1 g does. They know what 3 g does, under what conditions, in what populations, with what monitoring requirements. That knowledge is the product of 80 years of dose-finding research, and it's irreplaceable. NMN, by contrast, cannot be safely dosed at gram-level quantities in most people, not because doing so is known to be harmful, but because the safety data to support it doesn't exist. Nobody has run a multi-year safety trial on 2 g of NMN daily. You cannot push the dose to find the therapeutic ceiling because you don't know where the floor of the danger zone starts. The narrow dosing window for NMN is not a sign of its precision. It's a sign of our ignorance about its full pharmacological profile. Consider the pharmaceutical analogy. Effective antibiotics like amoxicillin are dosed in grams daily. Common pain medications require similar magnitudes. The fact that a drug requires gram-level dosing tells you nothing about its quality relative to a drug requiring milligram dosing. It tells you about the pharmacokinetics, receptor affinity, and metabolic fate of the specific compound. Dose is not a proxy for efficacy. Dose is a consequence of biochemistry. The practical guidance from niacin's established dosing curves is valuable in ways that NMN's narrow range cannot replicate. If you're at 500 milligrams and experiencing benefits, but not the level you're looking for, the evidence base tells you that 750 milligrams or 1 g is a reasonable next step with known safety parameters. That kind of precision titration, backed by human evidence, is a genuine clinical advantage, not a weakness dressed up as one.